You're feeling severely lost and confused right now. Something happened. Something major has happened. And there's people across the world that feel severely lost and confused. And in recent energetic events, this recent solar flash has created a timeline bifurcation. And you are experiencing two frequencies, two realities. The chat is blowing up right now. Do you feel extremely lost and confused? And as I did last night in front of the world, you must put an end to it. Because from that event, which I'm going to be discussing today, you're going to start realizing that this stuff can't go on any longer. How many people are in this chat today and you're getting to this place where you say to yourself, oh, this can't go on any longer. Not for another moment. Not for another moment. Did you reach that place? This can't go on for another moment. And so when this energy came in recently, and you're going to be more sensitive to that other frequency. And as I shared in last night's very powerful live stream that will last forever, I set forth to show people the truth. And when it's time to let go, you got to let go like nobody's business. And we did it last night, kids. We did it last night. You got to let go like nobody's business. And you have to speak it into existence. You have to let go, because from this energetic shift that we all had, we have timeline bifurcation. So there are two realities. And I told you last night, I'm going to tell you again. And if you didn't watch it last night, you're going to watch, I would say, at least the first 40 minutes of last night. It's the greatest lesson ever taught. It's the greatest lesson ever taught. In this quantum reality, the previous version of yourself in the subconscious is going to create parts of the reality to come alive. Listen very carefully to this, to get you to turn back. And you know that this is the 111 year. This is the new beginning. And your previous version is going to try to get you to turn around. We are never going to turn around. Never. I'm going to break this all down today. I'm very grateful if you could click the like button so others hear this message. You know, I personally went through this last night, and I had quite, I like to document these things to share with the community, because you guys, everyone's going to be going through this right now. Everyone's going to be going through this. And I had a lot of very intense experiences after it. When I got off, the headache that I had, the pressure in the crown, and you know, going to sleep, passed out nice and cold, and then the weirdness which happened. I wake up at 4 a.m. Wake up at 4 a.m. And like a ball of energy, it's like I can't go back to sleep. And while this was happening, in my throat, it almost felt like like when you get acid reflux, but there was like this burning sensation in the throat. And I got up and I drank my water, which I normally do in the middle of the night. And even doing that, it just didn't go away at the time. And it like had like that feeling of acid reflux. But that throat, as we were talking last night, this is the evidence of these things. That throat chakra's got to open up. And to feel that burning sensation at 4 a.m., can't go back to sleep. Eventually, it kind of subsided, and I went to sleep. And I woke up, then the alarm hits, and then I don't want to get up in the rising. So, and maybe you, as someone is listening to this, and maybe in the middle of the night, you woke up and you couldn't go back to sleep. And that also tells us that it's energy when it just goes away. I had a long conversation with one of my friends in the gym yesterday. We were talking about the lower back, and we were having a conversation and how it relates to support in life. And he said until he got rid of his relationship, that lower back pain never went away. There was no stretching, there was no workout, there was nothing until you actually got to the root of the core problem. We got to the root of the core problem last night. It's Tiffany. I love you, Tiffany. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful for the support. I love you, Tiffany. You got to get to the root of the problem. And we will hold emotions, negative emotions, in certain points of the body, which also cause blockages. And according to the chatter that we have, the internal chatter, that's why we thoroughly had to break it down last night. You might have been a person that was, going through, censorship and things back in 2020 and 2020. We're not there anymore. But in the frequency, it comes alive. It comes alive for a period of time, trying to get you to not speak. And we have to speak every single day of our lives. Our everyday lives, every single day, we're going to speak. And we're not going to be afraid to speak. Because if you're afraid to speak, you're afraid to create. There's actually a full video on the channel page. It's one of my videos in the tremendous suit. Some people like when I'm suited and booted. You should watch that video. It's on the channel page about the speech. That's how you actually create. And if you are shoving it down and you're not speaking it outwards, you're not creating. You got to put it out, okay? So you guys might be experiencing these symptoms as well, but when I got off, the headache just kept building and building. Then I went to sleep, and then I woke up in the middle of the night, and the throat, and I can't go back to sleep. And then I finally it just subsides, and you go back to sleep, and then you wake up, and then you're exhausted. Middle of the night, you're a ball of energy. Then it's time to wake up, and then you're exhausted. Okay. Jill Warsaw 1111, new beginnings are here. I love you, Jill. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, Mr. D, for last night. It gave me God bumps. Did you get the goosebumps? I appreciate you, Jill. I appreciate everyone that was part of last night. And that's going to be real life documentation where you have to reach a place where you must thoroughly and completely let go and not be afraid. And I could show you from my journey, from what I do. You might be afraid subconsciously to speak, that you're going to get thrown off the air, that you're going to get censored, until you have to put out a frequency. You have to put out a constructive interference wave into the quantum that is going to shatter. It's going to shatter the frequency fence that I've been telling you all about. And post the solar flash that we all just went through, a lot of people are feeling these things. You're feeling lost and confused because there are two realities. Okay, this is a very powerful message today. The greatest discovery is not to be found in a book. No. It is realizing that the subconscious programs of the mind constructed a prison that you called reality. In the past couple of days after the solar flash, are you dazed and confused? Do you feel lost? There's a frequency. You have discovered, you are realizing the subconscious programs of the mind constructed a prison, and you called that prison reality. I gave you a prison break last night, son. We have to discover these things on our own. And a lot of us are feeling the problems in the world. We don't fit into the world of this generation. There was always a foundation of integrity. And people in the world tried to live by integrity. No one's perfect in life. But in this generation, things are very different. The modern era. Yesterday in The Rising, I put a video up trying to help people, trying to restore, trying to help people. And sometimes it's met with nastiness. because there is no integrity. This integrity transcended errors. This foundation has become uncomfortable because it is rejected by the modern mentality. And I talked about that modern mentality. Again, it's not anyone's fault. You were programmed in your subconscious by mainstream media. You were programmed by these things. And then you lash out. It's like an addiction. When I give the truth and you get triggered, right? I'm just talking to, it's so disgraceful. You try to help people and you're met with that. I told you last night, I will never be disrespected. I will never be disrespected for my work. And I hope every man, every woman hears this, smashes the like, and know that we are here right now. We are here. And we can't live, that's how that creature works. I showed you that creature the other day. You see, no one can stop you. No one actually could stop you. Did you know this? What happens is, people that can't create, people will try to stop you by putting that chatter box. I showed you the chatter, get out of it. The internal chatter. They're going to put all this stuff in your head. They're going to try to scare you. Happened on my very first video. And that's why I lead. That's why I took the path of the warrior. You got to be a warrior in this time period. People like the chatter guy. There's the chatter guy. You got to get rid of that internal chatter. And other people, that's not your subconscious programs. That came from other people. That came from people that are beneath you. That came from people that are beneath you. Let's say it loud and proud. They're trying to, I learned this from a mentor. He said, Michael, some people, they rather pull you down into, I said, everyone's going to love me. I came out on the stage. Here I am. My friend, she goes, Michael, you have no fear. Like you just go. Right? That's how I was activated, and I just went. I'll never forget. I could hear her like a guardian angel. Okay. And I said, you just do it. No, that's not actually the world. We're going to learn this right now today. We got to learn it today. Society in the past, there was a commitment to principles that transcended immediate interests. The modern society. I use real life evidence on this channel. When I talked about the man in the radio, the radio guy, there was a man in the box. There was a man speaking in the radio to me. Yeah, I talk about health and wellness on the channel, and he said, you don't have to work out, you don't have to fast, you don't have to do cardio. Just take this supplement and you'll lose the weight. You don't have to do anything. In this modern society, people want immediate interests. They want immediate gratification. I've been saying this over and over again. If you can't hold your attention for a sustained period of time, what's going on with the attention spans in the world? What's going on with the attention spans? Again, these are the things that have to be fixed immediately. They have to be fixed now. They have to be fixed today. Everything has to be right now. As I showed you last night, when you feel it, when it's time, when I go out in front of people, I'm going to speak to millions of people. That means I got to practice what I preach. When that energy comes, and that's going to last the test of time, it's got to be now. It's got to be now, and it's always got to be right now. You can't wait. You can't wait. Oh, because I have to fit my schedule in a box of limiting beliefs. It's always got to be now. You felt it fit, Britt. I appreciate you. No, it's always got to be now. I'm always going to lead by example, because otherwise, if we don't have truth, what the heck do we have? It's always got to be now. And people will try to gaslight you. Fake people will try to tell you. And this is my phrase, and it's going to go out to the universe. Okay, emotions guide us to our highest calling. I ran on emotion last night. That's authenticity. It's not the cookie cutter stuff Where was the teleprompter last night? I didn't have a teleprompter. Didn't I? Where's the teleprompter? So emotions are energy in motion, and it guides us to our highest calling. Traditional integrity has been disregarded. If you're waking up today, if you're sick and tired of this world, if you don't fit into this society, if you're gaslit by people that are beneath you, traditional integrity is disregarded. And ideas that have remained for errors over the course of time. We live in a modern civilization that works actively to destroy them. Did you know this? I saw it yesterday in The Rising. I saw it yesterday. And sometimes in our life, we got to say, wait a second, something's terribly wrong. In this world, the modern era, the modern people, integrity interferes with selfishness. Did you know this? Instant gratification, selfishness. Got to do it right. Got to have the instant gratification. Sometimes you have to show up maybe for 7 years and still not achieve your goal, but you still keep going because the journey is the destination. The journey is the destination. All of my education, all of my learning came from on the job. Okay? On the job learning. It's real life. It's got to be real life. It's got to be our everyday lives. What's up, Ashley 444? The messages are hitting you hard. Yeah, we're knocking them out of the park right now, Ashley, because the energies are right now. There are people from Australia. It's the furthest part of the world. How's all my Australians doing? They're feeling this right now. And that's why I have to show up. I have to perform at my finest, even in inopportune conditions. The will beats the skill. It's one of my first videos. It's a staple of what I teach. The energies, so now it's go time. You know, we could see football playoffs, the playoffs in sports, the championship games. Championship games are coming up. Now's the time to shine. You don't have time. Okay, it's snowing. It's this. It's that. Bad conditions. It's go time. How many people are feeling this? It's go time. It's go time, kid. You got to know it. All right? You got to know that it's go time. And when you feel lost, when you feel confused, when you are not fitting into a world that is not the representation, we are all emitting a broadcast. You have to, number one, ignore the outer world. Number two, you have to burn it to the ground because it's not you. And there will be people that still don't understand this. And I will continue to teach this over the years. The outer world is not real. There is only I am. The true inner world is always inside of you. The outer world is not real. It's actually a collection of subconscious programs that are on a delay. That are on a delay. Right? I said it's on a delay, so start today. You got to start today. It's always got to be now. It's got to be right now. And move forward. I did that lesson at the very end of the last year, and I shared, we know there's all these different calendars and stuff, but it could be done on a random Tuesday. And the message that I brought out, anyone that waits for, we're still in the beginning of this calendar. What kind of calendar? Year that we're in. But there's people, I teach about the subconscious. When you say, oh, I have to make a New Year's resolution for this, and I'm just gonna wait for this date to start, you already failed. But when it becomes the word embodiment, I am this, and I'm gonna start immediately because I'm not ready, you fail all the time. So there's an energy that is moving people right now. There's an energy that hit the earth. It created a bifurcation of timelines. It split the previous version of yourself and yourself. And then you could look in the mirror and you could go face to face. You could go one-on-one. And you must defeat it. You must defeat it. You must defeat the previous version of yourself. When the stuff happens, it's going to get you, try to get you scared. It's going to try to get you back because what happens in the subconscious is that it wants you to turn back because even though it's painful, it's familiar. Even though it could be love and abundance in it, it's unfamiliar. It's unfamiliar territory. What is it called, Light Warriors? Those who have been watching the channel. Where are we going this year? Where are we going? We did get energy slapped. 777. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, we're going to destination unknown. So you're terrified. You get scared. And I've been sharing this over the years. This is truthful manifestation. You have to put, it's going to get to a place because it's going to be a test where you have to push through the fear. There were things that I didn't really want to do because I never did them before. But on the other side of that wall, on the other side of the frequency fence, there was a new reality waiting for me. There's a new reality waiting for you on the other side of that frequency fence that is keeping you tethered, listen carefully to the words, that is keeping you tethered to the other timeline. There are two timelines out there. There are two realities out there. And this is the true ascension journey. So you are trying to live at this level while it's trying to pull you down. So actually, as I said earlier, when it will make a reality come alive, the people, the NPC bots that try to actually pull you down and scare you, it's actually sent from the subconscious of the previous version of yourself. That's why it's always you. You have to go against yourself because it's going to try to get you to turn back. Everything is going to get so scary. Everything is going the opposite way. Okay? I recently did this. Why your life, everything is falling apart. It's called the bridge of incidents. The bridge of incidents. That's why you're confused. That's why you say, what the heck's going on? I feel lost. Because we're crossing the bridge of incidents. How many people seen this crazy stuff? All I could do is share from my everyday life. This is what I went through because it's my life. But it doesn't mean it's going to happen in your life. But what is going to happen right now is it's called the bridge of incidents. And as you go on this bridge, hopefully it's not that the Tacoma Narrows Bridge, it collapses, all that stuff, right? No, when you're on the bridge, whatever it is in your life that you're going towards, you see the opposite, it's going the wrong way. Why is it going? Oh, because we live in a quantum reality. Because we live in a quantum reality. It's not even real. I told you last night, I'm not even taking it as literal. It's not even real. And it was sent to push me. It was sent to push me as a quantum event, as a quantum shift, to get that Holy Spirit fire, because we will never change. I'm telling you, this is the truth. Even myself, I could see it in myself, because we don't change until the pain of remaining the same exceeds the pain of change. It has to, because change is painful. You're going through pain right now. You got to this place where you said enough is enough, right? You said enough is enough. Kathleen is feeling it. I appreciate everyone that's coming on this very powerful podcast today. Appreciate if you click the like button. It helps support this. Get it out to the people. All right? The poet, who knows it? You know it. You know it. A lot of people are in right now. Okay? A lot of people are here feeling it. You know, and again, as I said, like the best piece of evidence, there's literally people from Australia. It's the very, where is the furthest place for me right now? They're going through the same thing. They're feeling the same thing because we live in the quantum. We're all feeling it. We're all having these things, but it's not going to be the same exact thing. It's going to be that energy theme according to your everyday life, right? So you gotta know it. You gotta feel it, and you just can't turn around about it. You have to know that your frequency, when you are the truth, you also become a mirror to those in the collective. And, you know, sometimes you trigger the demons within other people. Where are those demons? It's actually the subconscious programs that they have. They're looking in the mirror. You, the person that's getting this message, you've been through this and now you say enough is enough. I'm preaching today, Ashley. We're preaching. You got to know these things. You got to know them very strongly because ultimately it's about you. It's about your everyday life. It's the staple of the channel. So you're feeling lost in your life. You're feeling confused in the life because we just had this energy. Remember, the solar activity, it has to deal with human consciousness. And there was a massive event, a rupture in the timeline. Now we have it split. Now you are split from the previous version of yourself. So you are this higher self frequency, and now you got the other frequency. And now you have to battle it out. You see how I act it all out for you so you can get it, you understand it? You love this channel. I appreciate you. Sick and tired. A lot of people are sick and tired. I love that screen name. Thank you so much for the super chat. You're 100% right. There's a reason why we live internal. It is when we break away from inside is when we are overwhelmed. Reset yourself. Absolutely. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Anytime. You know, when you have to hold on to materialistic things, so all these things you got to hold on to when you just let go. When you don't care. It's so much easier. When you could just be in unconditional love. That's why there were so many attempts to break that. Watch my video from yesterday rising. Okay? But we all had to go on this journey, and we had to God wants us to learn, God wants us to do, because you could give a man a fish and he eats for a day, but you teach a man how to fish and he eats for a lifetime. And I hope everyone is focused on that, because when you don't understand, you say, well, why did all this stuff happen? Why did all this stuff happen last year and the years before? Because this was life lessons to get us to be that greatest version. Otherwise, we'll never change. Otherwise, we keep looping the same thing. It's amazing times that we're in, absolutely. Earth Angel Fire writes, protect the peace. You got to protect the peace. Your peace is going to, once you go through certain things, your peace becomes your top priority. You're not concerned with, you know, working in a workplace where you can make a lot of money, but your peace is violated. You're not concerned with getting the arm candy bro if she's going to violate your peace. And a lot of people have to get that in their brain right now, because we, the people, it was always about we, the people. When you have self-respect, when you're seeing that there's a generation right now where the foundation of integrity is kind of being broken apart, but you hold that in your heart. And then you get to this place where you will have to let go. Because you're going to see, holding on, and a lot of us, we focus on this stuff. I do it, right? We focus on it so much until you quit it, until you let it go, it's not going to go. It just will never change. It's always going to be that loop. It's always going to be that loop. And that loop must be broken. That cycle must be broken. It must be broken and smashed and obliterated into thousands of pieces and throw it out. Throw it out. That's what we have to do. That's what we have to do right now. The more and you're going to see a lot happen physically now in the world. Why is that? Because it happens energetically. So we just had the most powerful solar flash in over 20 years, right? So it's going to affect us. It's going to hit our DNA receptors. It's going to bring up the emotions. It's going to get you to that place where you say, wait a second, it's over. I can't live this way anymore. Can't do it anymore. And then, right, energy is the ability to cause change, and then there's going to be change in your life. You're on this message today. You're feeling lost. Who am I? Are you saying who am I really? You gotta get mad, bro. You're the king. You're the queen. You gotta stop living. You gotta get off the floor. This is true ascension, because you go through the Heinrich metamorphosis, and that caterpillar, if you don't go through the fire, God is going to put you through the fire right now. And you're going to feel lost, and you're going to feel confused, but you got to go through the fire. Otherwise, you will always crawl on the floor like the caterpillar. You got to liquefy. You got to sprout the wings. You got to rip through the skin, rip through the cocoon and fly. And then you go to a higher vantage point. Then you go to a higher dimension, and then you could fly. You could fly above the earthly plane, and then you could look down. Look at me. I'm a beautiful butterfly, and I could see the world now. But you can't do that if you don't go through the fire. I appreciate that, Brandy. I am here to speak the truth. We talked about that last night. And the truth will never be censored anymore. And that was the problem with the world. That's why things had to be, fixed. And it was an inverted world, inverted matrix programs, if you will. And now you have to get the fine tuning. You got to get to the root of the problem, I call it. You got to get to the root. You don't realize what the root of it. If you don't get to the root of the problem, right? Your lower back pain, right, might be the root of it is coming from the lack of support. So you could stretch it out, you could do all these things, but until you get the fix, then once you fix the root of the problem, then the body feels better. Okay? And that's what this time period is all about. It's getting to the root of the problem. Right? It is and you have to discover this yourself. I have discovered things, in the past 7 years. I'm not the same man that I was 7 years ago. I have very different inner standings. I have very different and expanded inner standings of this reality. I didn't know all these things 7 years ago. And this is the authentic journey. If you're getting this, you want to be the troll, you say, oh, I know it all, Mr. Know-it-all, Mrs. Know-it-all. Okay. But if you sit there and say, maybe I don't know it all. Maybe I don't know it all. And if you, the person that's hearing this, you have to go out, because listen, I listen to people too. But the main thing is, this is how you have to navigate this world right now. Everyone's got a smartphone. Everyone's got a ring light. Everyone thinks they know, but a lot of people, over 80%, don't know. Right? Law of 80-20, Pareto's principle. So I'm teaching you, this is everyday life. This is the true journey. You're going to go out there. You're going to see all these people on social media and on TV and all this other stuff. And you're going to have to realize right now from this moment that 80% of them are full of So that's a lot, Uncle Mike. What do I have to do? Oh, you have to get your intuition up. You got to detoxify, you got to open that third eye, and now you move out into the world. And the number one thing you have to do is you have to listen to people that actually be about it, that actually do. Do they do anything, or are they just regurgitating things? Know this very strongly. Know it very strongly. Otherwise, you will always loop. It's that level of frequency. And what's the highest? It's authenticity. It's got to be truth. It's not about perfection. It's not about you're going to see him, and you could see him. So, oh, look at all this stuff, or they got the fancy things on the mainstream media, whatever it might be. It's everywhere, and anything in life right now. Your clairs got to be on fleek, son. Get your clairs up, bro. Get your clairs up, especially our women. Got to be intuitives, right? Divine feminine intuition. Not the stuff that I discussed in yesterday's video, right? You got to get out of the rational brain at any time, right? So when we hear the truth, we got to sit, we got to reflect. Are you getting triggered, or are you getting empowered? Are you saying, wow, this is the path. This is the path to enlightenment. This is the path to my destination unknown, if you will. Because all of our destinations are not going to be the same. Where I'm headed is headed for my unique life path, right? A lot of people talk about life paths. I have a unique life path that's different than yours. But what I could do in authenticities, come here and share. We are in an energy theme. We are in a timeline bifurcation, and according to your specific path, needs, goals, what you're here to learn in Earth School, as Dolores Cannon said, we're going to destination unknown, baby. We are going somewhere, but it's according to you. And the only thing, I said it last year. You go on the channel page. When I speak, I'm going to speak the truth. And I said the only thing we're not going to do is loop again. Smash the like button if you're not going to loop again. If you put your foot down today and say, I am not looping again, as I knock the table over, I am not looping again. Every day when I say this, people are waking up and saying, yeah, my life was on a loop. It doesn't matter. You could move, you could change jobs, you could change relationships, but you're still getting the same energy theme. So you're going to have to stop, and you have to change your internal frequency. And that's happening right now. People the pineal glands are popping off from this solar flash. More and more people are waking up. And there's different stages and levels to waking up, because you might have saw the truth about this stuff, but now you're seeing the truth about all this stuff out here. And then all of a sudden you have an epiphany, and you say, wait a second, I don't even want to live this life anymore. That's not for me. I need that over there. And then you get scared. Then you wake up in the fetal position. And then you see the reality coming alive. It's just the truth. Just might be new to you. When the reality comes alive, when it starts going the opposite way, you thought you're going one way, you put out a manifestation, you said, this is what I'm planning on doing, this is what I'm focusing on, and then the exact opposite comes up. We're in the start of this year, or getting to the real end of the ending. Those that know. Did you see this pullback? I talk about the tsunami wave. The tsunami wave. It's always going to pull back before it comes crashing. Thousands and thousands and billions of gallons of water come crashing down. But there was nothing there. It was barren. You saw the ocean floor. You saw it. It pulled back. The ocean pulled back. It is wave after wave rose. Mm-hmm. Yeah, plans. God said nope. Absolutely, poet. And again, you really got to. That was really the prophetic word of prophetic words. Watch my podcast when I'm outside in the cold. God said this world's about to be reset. You watch it. Save it to your favorites. Energetically already done. What hit this earth, right? What hit this earth? Or what happened in this realm? Whatever your modality is, it doesn't make a difference because you're going to get to the root. And the root is energy, is the ability to cause change. And that's always going to be, that's why you got to get to the basics. You got to get to the bare bones. You got to get to the meat and potatoes. Whatever the phrases are, there's a massive energy that just came. And it doesn't matter your modality, but it's going to affect your consciousness. It's going to affect your DNA receptors. It's going to affect the world. It's going to affect the collective. It's going to affect the reality. The reality goes alive. Yeah, it goes alive. Anyone that's sealed in the forehead or opened their third eye, you can see. Have you ever seen weird glitches in reality? Let us know in the comments. We're a community here. We help each other up, and you're helping each other up while you are writing the comments. Because even myself, I say this is weird. This doesn't make any sense. And then someone else, and they could be in a different continent, and they're saying, I'm going through the same thing right now. I say, oh, thank God. Right? It's happening. It's happening right now, and it gives us comfort in this very, very potent time period. So when you are feeling lost, when you are feeling confused, you have to remember there's the ripping of the frequencies is happening. The bifurcation of the timelines is happening right now. Because you must be separated. Sometimes God will physically put you in the wilderness from other people, because you have to really anchor in that. But now you're being stripped from that previous version of yourself frequency, shredding apart. So now you actually see it. Now you're over here, right? Now I'm over here, and then over. I'm looking at the previous reality. I'm looking at it. I'm over here. I'm conscious and aware. I'm sealed in the forehead from a higher vantage point. I'm looking. I can see it now. You can't see it if it wasn't shredded. You get it? I know this is deep stuff here, but this is what we're here to teach. Noel writes, absolutamente. I appreciate you, Noel. I appreciate everyone, and I hope that this message helps you. And if you did not watch last night, I encourage you to get yourself a cup of coffee and watch it play out. I encourage you to let go immediately. Everyone has to let go right now. So if you are struggling, if you're feeling, until you have to listen. You got to listen, okay? Until you get to the place where you got to let go. You got to let go. You got to say there's no fear according to whatever your life is. You got to get to the place. You got to quit the old life. You got to walk away. You got to burn the boats. Okay, I did a full video, burn the boats. A lot of you understand that phrase. You got to burn the boats. You got to let it go. Until you let go thoroughly and completely, then it will change. Then it will change. If today's message resonates with you, oh, look at that, 369. Oh, the Tesla code is here. If today's message resonates with you, I'm so grateful for the community support. You could click the like button, click subscribe. You could also just look at, does it say that you're still subscribed? Just check it out. You'll get a notification 9 a.m. Eastern time. If it really resonates and it's important to you, you could set an alarm on your phone. You know that there'll be a daily video 9 a.m. Eastern time. Check out the channel page. Anything that really from this moment, from that solar flare, I suggest you watch my full video on the bridge of incidents. It's not a joke. Reality comes alive. You're going to watch my video, Bridge of Incidents. It's waiting for you. We'll put it in the pinned comment if you didn't see it yet. You got to understand it. And again, I know there's going to be people. I was there as well. And you're going to hear this stuff. And you're going to say, this sounds a little little far out there. It's called the bridge of incidents. And it totally happens. It's the only way to get to your next destination. You have to cross the bridge. You have to cross the bridge. It is the only way. It is the only way. All right? And that's why you're feeling confused. You're feeling lost. And I hope this message gets you on your path. I hope it empowers you. All right? I appreciate you subscribing, Earth Angel Fire. I appreciate everyone that subscribes, anyone that clicks like, anyone that does the share. Check out the channel page. Hit me up on Facebook. I post more short form content on Facebook throughout the day. The link is in the description. Utilize the hashtag OurEverydayLives. Video up on Patreon, Instagram, TikTok. All the stuff is in the description. Self-confidence. You did not arrive late. It's the quantum. It's the quickening anyway. Time is going by fast. I got to get off. So I love you too, self-confident. I am at the end of this video, though. But you could watch the replay, all right? And watch last night. If you didn't watch last night, tremendous real-life evidence. You must let go. You must let go. I hope that people are inspired by that. You must let go. You must let go thoroughly. And until you let go, that loop is going to continue. It's the only way. It is the only way for exponential change. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. I appreciate those kind words. Thank you all very much. Thank you all very much. Let's bind together and let's set this out to the universe. I love you. Bye for now.